Opening Purview. Steve Babaeko is one of Nigeria's most celebrated creative entrepreneurs, a visionary advertising and entertainment executive who has built X3M Ideas into a Pan-African creative powerhouse. As founder, CEO, and Chief Creative Officer of X3M Ideas, established in August 2012, and X3M Music, he has reshaped Nigeria's creative landscape and earned global recognition, including being the only Nigerian named in Adweek's 13 Global Creative Leaders of 2019. This series examines his journey, lessons for young creatives, the economic contribution of Nigeria's creative industry, and the broader cultural significance of his story. Series Introduction. It's Monday, the 4th of August, 2025. Welcome to the 92nd edition of the Entrepreneur Series. In today's series we will take a look at Steve Babaeko, the maverick who made creativity Nigeria's power brand. If you are visiting us for the first time, please subscribe, smash the like button, share this video and help us grow our family. If you have already subscribed, then show your support by liking the video and making a comment. Now let's jump right back in. The maverick who made creativity Nigeria's power brand. When you think of African creative powerhouses reshaping global narratives, one name that consistently tops the list is Steve Babaeko, a bold visionary, advertising icon, and cultural entrepreneur who's built a brand empire from scratch. From starting out as a struggling copywriter to founding X3M Ideas, Nigeria's leading creative agency, Babaeko's story is nothing short of epic. He's not just influencing brands, he's shifting how a generation sees African creativity, entrepreneurship, and potential. In this series, we'll explore his extraordinary journey from Kaduna to Cannes, his lessons for aspiring creatives, the surprising economic weight of Nigeria's creative sector in GDP, and the cultural legacy he's leaving behind. The early hustle, from Kaduna to Lagos with 500 Nigerian nairas and a dream. Steve Babaeko was born in Kaduna on June 1, 1971, into modest circumstances. But from a young age, he knew he wanted more, and he was willing to work for it. After earning a degree in theater arts from Ahmadu Bello University, he completed his NYSC at NTA Kaduna. But the big move came in 1995, when he packed his bags, and 500 Nigerian nairas, and headed to Lagos. With no connections or safety net, it was sink or swim. He landed his first job at MCNA Saatchi & Saatchi as a trainee copywriter, and that was the beginning. Over the next 17 years, he worked his way up through Nigeria's biggest ad agencies, including Prima Garnet Ogilvy and 141 worldwide, honing his skills, building a reputation, and laying the foundation for his boldest move yet.
Building X3M Ideas, a different breed of creative agency. In August 2012, Babaeko turned 40 and launched X3M Ideas. With just 8 employees and a belief that creativity could be more than pretty pictures and catchy slogans, he was out to do something extreme. We ask ourselves every day, is this idea extreme enough? Steve Babaeko. That mindset paid off. In just 3 years, X3M Ideas posted a 973% profit margin. The agency attracted clients like MTN, Globacom, MultiChoice, and DSTV, and earned a reputation for pushing boundaries with bold campaigns and high-impact storytelling. But Babaeko didn't stop there. He also founded X3M Music, nurturing music talents like Simi, Praise, and Neka, creating an ecosystem where advertising and entertainment coexist under one roof. The accolades, a Nigerian creative on the global stage. Babaeko's work hasn't just earned local respect, it's gained global recognition. In 2019, he became the only Nigerian named in Adweek's list of 13 global creative leaders, standing shoulder to shoulder with creative legends from the US, Europe, and Asia. He's judged global awards including Ken Lyons, Print and Publishing Jury, 2024, New York Advertising Festival, Loweries, Africa and Middle East, and DNAD Awards. He also served as president of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAN, and chairs the Lagos Advertising and Ideas Festival, LAIF, further proving his commitment to lifting the entire industry. Scaling beyond borders. Today, X3M Ideas isn't just a Nigerian agency. It has offices in South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Dubai. The agency works across multiple sectors, from advertising and strategy to digital production and influencer management. This Pan-African expansion shows one thing clearly: Babaeko didn't just want to win in Nigeria, he's out to redefine African creativity on the world stage. What the creative industry means for Nigeria's economy. Yes, we did the GDP math. You might think advertising is just about selling stuff. Think again. The numbers are big, really big. According to PwC, Nigeria's advertising industry hit 605 billion Nigerian nairas in 2023, that's roughly £356 million sterling, using an average exchange rate of 1,700 Nigerian nairas to £1. By 2028, that number is projected to hit 893 billion Nigerian nairas, or £525 million. Add film, music, and the broader creative economy, and you're looking at £1.5 billion plus in GDP impact. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. By 2028, that number is projected to hit 893 billion Nigerian nairas, or £525 million. Add film, music, and the broader creative economy, and you're looking at £1.5 billion plus in GDP impact. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. And it's not just revenue. For every 1 Nigerian naira spent on marketing, 16.5 Nigerian nairas is generated in GDP. That multiplier effect shows how vital creativity is to Nigeria's future.
The bigger picture. Globally, Nigeria's entertainment sector, think Nollywood and Afrobeats, is forecast to hit $7 billion by 2030. The government is betting big, targeting a $100 billion GDP contribution and 2 million jobs from the creative industry by 2030. That's not just a dream. It's a plan, and visionaries like Babaeko are key players in making it real. Lessons for young creatives: Babaeko's blueprint. If you're a young creative, Steve Babaeko's story isn't just inspiring, it's a blueprint. Here are some of his biggest takeaways. Start small. Think extreme. Babaeko started with 8 people. He didn't have capital or connections, but he had a vision, grit, and a commitment to doing things differently. Build mastery before you build a brand. He spent 17 years perfecting his craft before launching X3M. There's no shortcut to greatness. Take risks, but always add value. Entrepreneurship isn't about flash, it's about solving problems and creating value for others. Create ecosystems, not just companies. He didn't just build an agency. He built a music label, a production studio, and cultural platforms that empower other creatives. Serve the industry, not just your clients. From AAAN to LAIF, Babaeko actively leads industry-wide initiatives that uplift the entire ecosystem. Be African, be global. He proudly celebrates Nigerian identity while competing, and winning, on the world stage. Beyond business, the cultural legacy. Steve Babaeko isn't just running a business. He's shaping culture. He's launched campaigns that redefine national pride. He's amplified local voices and built platforms for emerging artists. And through advocacy for sites like Abangogo Hills to gain UNESCO World Heritage status, he's proving that cultural preservation is just as important as innovation. Conclusion. Steve Babaeko's journey captures the transformation of Nigeria's creative economy over the past 3 decades. From Kaduna to global juries, from a copywriting desk to building a multinational agency, he exemplifies how talent, risk-taking, cultural pride, and industry leadership converge to produce impact. Socially and culturally, Babaeko has carved out a legacy of empowerment, artistic identity, and African storytelling rooted in global relevance. Future generations will look at his path as proof that creativity, entrepreneurship, and leadership can transform economies and societies.
Final thoughts: creativity as legacy. Steve Babaeko's journey is the story of modern African creativity. It's about starting from nothing, building with purpose, and daring to lead at the highest levels. But more than anything, it's proof that, Creativity isn't a luxury, it's an economic force. Advertising isn't just persuasion, it's culture in motion. And success isn't about where you start, it's about how far you're willing to go. So whether you're a young writer, a music producer, a brand builder, or just a dreamer with a wild idea, Babaeko's story reminds you that you're not just creating art. You're building the future. Want more stories like this? Follow our channel for deep dives into Africa's boldest creatives, entrepreneurs, and changemakers. Let's celebrate the ones reshaping the narrative, one brilliant idea at a time. If you would like to know more, or wish to discuss brand sponsorship of any of our videos on entrepreneurship, please get in touch on any of the social media handles below. All our content is developed from real-life experiences in a professional and entrepreneurial journey that spans across 8 countries and 4 decades. Quote of the week. I want future generations to see that African creativity can be global, respected, and world-class, without losing its soul. Steve Babaeko.